never had Vienna sausages?
No.
In the little can? With the little pop top?
I remember I tried poverty once, and I tried to...
You tried it on? You gave it back?
I tried to buy something to taste it in college because everybody kept talking about it, and then I smelled it. I just threw it away.
You never even tried it?
I never tried it.
It actually tastes good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know if I taste it. I don't know if it tastes good, but it tastes like processed meat.
It does taste like it's
in
like
a can.
Don't they have like flavors to it?
I only had the regular.
Yeah, I don't know about no flavors, but it's
That boy is deep in it. He's a connoisseur.
right. Yeah, bro. It's like a hood staple, bro. That and like salami from the corner store.
Or spam.
Yeah, like salami.
That sounds expensive.
Yeah,
No, bro.
That sounds like a deli.
Nah,
they
bro.
couldn't slice them.
No, bro. At the corner store,
On the
they
shelf.
sell them.
Are you talking about
Not
beef
on the
jerky?
shelf. No,
You mean like
behind
bologna?
the counter.
Bologna.
It's
Thank
not
you.
bologna. It's salami.
I don't know nothing about that. I never had ramen until college.
Boy, you was living a good life.
I had ramen in middle school early.
Yeah, like, I had that like in elementary.
Insert that sodium into my veins.
I had Vienna early. I never had ramen till college either.
Really? Well, y'all
Are we
parents
talking
also-
about like top ramen, like the packets, or are you talking about like real
even
ramen?
even
Either
top
one.
ramen is bottom ramen
Yeah,
because it's named top ramen,
Yeah.
but it's bottom shelf.
I've had it all.
Y'all talk about ramen that you get it with egg.
I
in
never
it.
had any of it. But I'm talking about top ramen though. I never had it, bro.
You ain't never had that little block. Me and Justin used to eat it in our
I was gonna say,
apartment.
or the cup. You just put the water in the cup.
Nope.
Not till college.
Not till college, dog.
You gonna live long.
I
It's
guess
already
I,
over for me.
I pick and chose when I wanted poverty. Sometimes poverty was good for me.
Pops
Start the pod.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Soundboard Podcast. It's your main man, Dante, and I'm here with,
This is Coop.
and
It's your boy JJ.
produced by.
Big KJB.
Hey, man, if this is your first time tapping into the pod, this is where we come every week to discuss, am I tripping? Was I wrong? We've actually had the honor, some would say, of being in each other's soundboard for over 10 years. And now we are bringing you into the conversations that we have on a weekly basis. And now you are a part of our soundboard as well. Fellas, what's going on?
Your boy been making leaps as an adult.
Leaps and bounds?
Went to the dentist, got my teeth cleaned.
Come on!
And they checked my blood pressure, right?
At the dentist?
Yeah.
They do be doing that now.
Do they do that?
Did they do the one on your finger?
It was on my wrist. On my wrist. And I had a black dental assistant?
Yeah, I guess so. Hygienist?
Whatever.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what they call it.
Yeah. And she saw my blood.
Y'all don't be going to the dentist.
It's a hygienist.
I'll be going sometimes. I'm gonna start going regularly. It's right down the street. But she checked my blood pressure. She was like, "Oh, dang, that's good."
Oh, okay. So, yeah, good blood pressure.
And I said, "Why are you surprised?" And she said, "You know how we are. You know."
Nah, baby, don't be putting that. It's because you don't eat them Vienna sausages.
Exactly. Big fact. But also, at work, I had a little scare, bro.
Like I'm about to lose my job.
You about to lose your
Wait, they about to fire you?
bro. So you going to work, then we get a meeting invite, an executive meeting invite at like 11:40,
Yeah,
and the
somebody
meeting
get fired.
was for 12.
Oh dang.
Oh, yeah, so that's a quick somebody about to
Yep.
get fired.
And then the instructions were like, "Do not share this meeting with anybody. Don't share this invite."
You were in the office? Or it was like
I was in the office when I got the meeting invite, and I looked at my watch. I was like, "I can make it home." I was like, "I'm about to get fired."
Coop thought he was about to get fired. He leaves the office early.
Conflict avoided.
I'm about to get fired.
You can only fire me if you can catch me. You can only fire me if you
I'm
catch me.
going home.
I was like, "Bro, I'm not about to get fired and then drive home." And nah, I'll be at the house in my pajamas.
Come pick up your laptop. So, Coop, so did you make it home in time?
I made it home in time, and then so we get in the meeting, and I work in the mortgage industry, so he's like, our CEO's on there. It's like, there's been a bunch of layoffs in the mortgage industry, and we're no different. but y'all made it. Y'all are good. I was like, oh.
Boys over there sweating.
Yeah,
Bruh.
they wouldn't have sent you the invite. They wouldn't have sent you the invite.
No, they
they
did.
would've.
There was two different groups.
It's two different
No.
groups.
I'm saying they would have sent you the invite. They sent you the invite afterwards.
What
Y'all
you
ain't
mean?
never been a part of layoffs where they call everybody in after, like you said, everybody
never- I've
after.
never
the
been-
five
That's
people.
what happened. So you're
I've
probably
never
right.
been laid
Right.
off.
Oh yeah, I done been a part of a couple layoffs. I ain't been laid off, but you got to have a meeting after the meeting.
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
tell you
So
that
my
you
company
good.
did it different. They did a layoff as well. And they sent out the email to everybody saying, hey, we doing this.
And y'all have to just sit there and wait to
So
see who
I-
get picked off.
Yeah, like still to this day, it's still kind of like a guess who of like who's not here anymore.
Oh,
So,
they,
yeah,
they
so-
try to make a game out of it.
Yeah,
Pretty much. So like you,
Hunger Games.
a lot of people were upset because you sitting there messaging people, and then
Email don't work. I can't whistle.
may the odds be in your favor. Yeah, they cut people's emails off. Like
Yep.
Dang.
it was just random. You didn't know until you tried to message somebody and they couldn't respond back.
Yeah, I don't know who got.
You
laid
still
off.
don't know who got let go.
Nope, don't know. But he's like, yeah, we just laid off a whole bunch of people, but y'all made it. I was like, oh, thank God. So that was my scare of the week.
Nah, bro, it's crazy because like I said, my first real job, man, I had been working there for a couple of months, and we walked in the office, and there was these two big brolic black men standing at the door,
Like security
like
guards?
security, and because some places they bring security in case you need to,
Oh, yeah.
in case you start trying to act up when they tell you to get out.
I don't think I would ever do that.
Nah, it be some people that be
It's
be
your
about that action.
livelihood.
That's
Right.
Okay.
This must have been
and
call
so,
center.
And so, bro, I walked in. It wasn't a call center, but I ain't gonna tell y'all where it was. Bro, two black guys, man, standing there, and I'm like, and so everybody already talking, like, bro, you see them dudes by the door? Like, what's up? What's up? So the day goes on. It's kind of quiet. It's kind of somber in the office. Then this black lady out of nowhere, bro, comes in with a trench coat on in Houston, like Olivia Pope.
How to Get Away with Murder?
Bro, so they call all us into the office and they're like, we just let go of, it was like 40, 50 people. And she was like, we would appreciate if you guys didn't share this with anybody. Don't tell anybody. If anybody has questions, please refer them to me. And that was it. And we just went back to work, and it was like, bro, it's crazy. Like, I remember my boss calling me like, hey, I know that was kind of crazy. Because my boss didn't work in the office.
Yeah.
He was like, I know that was kind of crazy, but I just want to let you know you're safe. And I was
Yeah.
like, bro,
You were chosen.
I was like, if this is how the real world is, bro, I am not ready. It's kind of crazy when it's stuff like that.
Bro, yeah, nobody worked. Like, I think that was on a Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday, everybody's just still like,
Yeah, you grieving.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easily
Yeah.
not working.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure, PTO days.
Yeah, so I'm still recovering.
I'm going to make y'all regret y'all kept me. I am not working.
It's the fact that Coop went home.
I went home, bro.
That boy ran from the firing.
No, I was like, give me the bad news at home. I don't want to be in the office.
But then you would have had to go back to the office and clean out your space.
I don't have nothing there, bro. Just in case I get fired.
You know what? Me too. My coworkers be putting up photos of their kids and stuff.
Not me.
And they was like, bro, why you don't never decorate your office? I said, in case they let me go, I just want to be able to grab my little stuff and go on
Leave
about
my badge
business.
on my desk.
Right.
I don't want to be holding the box.
Yo, I seen somebody take that walk of shame, bro.
Bruh.
And even when you flash them that like little smile, like how
Hold
you
your head
doing?
up.
Yeah, they be looking sad, bro.
Dead man walking.
They don't know if I'm going to
Walk
lunch.
in the plate.
They don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to lunch. I'm going home. They don't
I'm
know what
out,
I'm doing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nah, man, that's rough.
But what's
I'm,
up
I'm
with
glad
y'all?
you made it, bro.
Man, this week has been adulting for me. So, just taking care of the regular adulting things. Had to go take my car in for maintenance this week.
Look at
Uh-oh.
you. Manly
Yeah, bro.
man.
And the
You know
thing
how that
is,
goes.
I took it in on during the week, hoping that they're not that busy, right? 'Cause
Right.
everybody want to take their car in on the weekend.
Right.
I took it in, pulled up early. Dude was like, "Oh man, ain't nobody here. It's slow motion, yada yada yada." I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, bet we're gonna be in and out.
Perfect.
3 hours later,
What?
Bro, you weren't sitting there though, right?
no, I stayed there.
Oh,
I was just
wow.
working from there.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So that was one of my remote days. So I just was able to work from there. But still, like, bro, now you're approaching a half day of me in the
Right.
in the shop.
You dang near worked there.
Basically,
You could have
Right.
sold a car.
What was the problem?
I had this is routine maintenance. I had to get my tires rotated, oil changed,
little alignment.
transmission fluid. So yeah, that stuff be costing. Yeah,
It's getting up there. Your car, your mileage is getting up there.
It's getting up there. But when I pulled it off the shop, felt a complete different car, bro.
Oh,
It drives so much smoother.
You know what's funny? Whenever I get my car washed, I feel the same way. It just performs a little better.
Nah, bro, not like me.
Yeah, JJ sounded like his car was.
Yeah, it was about that time. So just did that, bro. Also did it for Gigi. So I had to.
That man already doing husband
take
duties.
care of my
Why you
ladies.
trying to outdo us?
Right.
Yes.
Wait, so when I get my car clean, I'm supposed to go get Olivia's clean too?
Nah, it's routine maintenance. You take care of your household however you want to take care of your household.
This is the problem.
JJ.
What's the problem?
JJ gonna be that guy that wake up every Saturday to go get his wife car washed.
Yes. You setting these standards out.
And he's like, "Oh, looks like she's running out of gas. Let me go
Let me
fill it
go
up
fill
for
up
her."
the tank.
Y'all wouldn't
let
fill
me
up y'all
top it
lady
off.
car?
I drive my car.
I work from home.
Nah, I fill up my baby car when I'm in her car.
I'm never in Key's car, so
So yeah, just
not judgment. It's the judgment for me.
Right.
y'all judging me.
Okay,
I'm just saying you making it hard.
you are making it hard.
I'm making it hard.
I see why Dante doesn't double date.
I'm telling y'all.
I'm just saying,
Y'all
if
know I
both
have
of
a
our
hard
cars
rule
needed
against it.
maintenance, why not take both of the cars?
So what
to
if
get
it was just
maintenance?
Gigi's car?
I would take it to go get it.
Oh my
to go get it
gosh.
maintenance.
There we go.
Sick of this guy.
Would y'all not?
I mean, I will.
Reluctantly.
Oh, wait till you're married.
Yeah, see, he ain't married yet.
Yeah.
He ain't
Yeah,
married
yeah,
yet, so
yeah.
that's why he acting like that.
This is the pre-honeymoon phase.
right. He doing
All
everything
these
right.
acts of service.
Right.
Hey man,
Wait till you start chopping your beard in front of that sink and she start texting you about
talking
little
about
things.
them 3 little
Them
hairs.
3 little hairs in the sink. Then you gonna be like, I'm gonna maintain their own car.
That boy projecting.
Am I projecting? Nah, bro. I'm glad you got that done. Though. Real talk. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
take care
yeah,
of your
man.
wife.
And kudos for the real adulting, working while you were there.
Oh, I
yeah.
definitely would have been working.
No, I mean I had to, bro.
I would have been working.
I had to, bro.
for my
'cause that's
job,
another
listen.
thing about adulting this week. It's just work has just been crazy. So,
Of course.
Yeah, so it's just that, and then also after work, just handling all these different meetings we got with the wedding coming up and
Right.
vendors and stuff like
Oh,
that. So
yeah, wedding.
He in his busy season.
yeah, it's just one thing. Like what my boy Dante be saying, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Welcome to the.
Was that
adult
not
life.
Dolph?
Did you get it from Dolph?
No, my mom was saying that way before
Your mama
dog.
got it from Dolph.
Boy, dog.
They might have been Ken. But that's me. What's up?
Man, bro, life has been kind of crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I made my first big boy decision as a husband.
What happened?
My baby just had her first week of not working because
Wait, who gonna work?
I'm working. From a stay-at-home
Saying
husband,
Dante don't work.
So you the man of the house
the
now?
breadwinner.
No, we're supposed to be boys.
King, I was trying to be a stay-at-home dad,
Oh
but
my
the way
gosh.
my wife's job was driving her crazy, we had to get up out of there. But it was one of those things, man. And Olivia, let me be clear, Olivia didn't want to leave her job. I actually was the one that was like, "Hey, man, like this is starting to impact you." Like on a mental level.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna need you to get up out of there. Y'all know I can separate my job from the crib.
Right.
5:30, I don't even have a job no more.
Right.
Until
Big facts.
8:30.
Big facts.
That's the next day.
So you setting the standard too.
Well, yeah, bro, because this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is
Key.
the
Don't
thing.
get no ideas, Key.
Nah, so this is the thing, and I told Olivia this when we were discussing her potentially leaving her job at that time. I told her, babe, it's already so much going on in life. I need the best version of you so we can tackle all this other stuff that comes our way. And if your job is the biggest thing that's like causing you mental frustration and it's impacting like other areas of our life, like our home life, and you tired all the time because you working like crazy, it's time for us to raise up out of there, bro. So she raised up out, man. And so this was our, this was our first week of
how's
lifestyle.
it going, bro?
It was good, man. My baby has been in better spirits, and I love that for her. And I ain't gonna lie, man. At first I was like, "What I done did?"
Right.
But thankfully, man, God has been providing, and we can live off one income.
Okay,
Big baller.
breadwinner.
You see me?
Yeah.
You see me? Big money. Nah, it ain't big. Mid money. But God can do a lot with a little. So actually this week I thought about Dave Ramsey because I'm still in the mindset of 2-income household. So Olivia Carr been acting up, and low key I think her transmission going out. So earlier
Gonna
this
take
week,
it to the shop?
bro, we got to take it to the shop. I'm gonna go take it to the shop.
Yeah.
Since that's what husband's supposed to do.
Right.
So her transmission is going out, and originally I was like, you know what? We should just buy a new car if the transmission goes out. And then I started thinking, that's another car note.
Yes.
We're about to be done paying this car off.
Right.
It'll be easier. I said Dave Ramsey would be proud if we just.
You should call in.
I'm gonna call in. Dave, you will be proud of me, bro. So what we're gonna do is transmission is probably gonna be about $2. We're gonna just pay that $2.
Nothing.
Get the car fixed. And then we just gonna, because Olivia's done paying off the car in December.
Oh, yeah.
So like we was about to just legit start over.
Nah.
We was gonna pay it off and then start over.
Sheesh, bro.
But that wouldn't.
I gotta enjoy not having that car note.
Exactly. And so that's what we're gonna do. Dave Ramsey would be proud. So I'm out here making big boy husband decisions.
Yeah, y'all are real stand-up dudes. I love that for y'all.
Hey man, running your own lane, bro. Running your own lane.
We still trying to work that merger together. Because it's different. Like, especially whenever you try to blend the household together, and especially as a husband, you feel like, all right, I need to like handle these things. But do you really feel like you're prepared for this? So even like for you, Dante, do you feel like you were truly prepared to launch into this aspect of like being the breadwinner?
No.
You stepping out on faith.
Yes, but this is the thing. And I was telling my homegirl this about this dude that she was dating, because he kind of just goes back and forth about like wanting to like be married and be a stand-up dude, and then like, oh, I'm not ready. And I was telling her that I think a lot of guys think that you have to be 100% ready for just everything that happened. And that's not realistic. Nope. Like, you're never going to be 100% ready when the things of life happen. So when this situation happened, I'm nervous. I'm a little scared, but I'm like, at the end of the day, we can, fiscally, we can make it happen. And although I'm not 100% certain about it, I 100% believe in my faith, and me and Olivia gonna handle it. So yeah, bro, I don't think it's necessarily gonna be 100% when it comes to making decisions as a husband. You just got to make the decision that you think works best for you and your family.
Look at that, some wisdom.
That's 4 months right there.
That boy walking in faith.
Yeah. I love it.
So y'all know last week we had a very interesting conversation.
I was pressed.
Oh, brother. Me and my big mouth.
Boy, that
really
question
got the people going.
Yeah, that question had y'all in a tensy. What is it? A tizzy?
We discussed
A frenzy?
A frenzy.
A tizzy.
A tizzy. I put them together.
Well, we was discussing, we had a conversation about whether or not we owe our parents anything. And, we had a pretty good conversation on the pod, which then we asked the question off the pod, which we appreciate all of the feedback that we received. But we got some pretty good comments. So we're going to read some of these comments to y'all. One of the questions that we asked was, what do you owe your parents? And Say It Ain't So said the only thing that we owe our parents is to carry on the torch and leave future generations in a better place than we were in. Help when if you can, but not to you or your future kids' detriment.
That's a
big facts.
That's basically what Coop was saying.
Yeah,
big facts.
Like, help, but not to.
Like, don't steal from
Coop. You already are the most hated on the pod.
Oh, I'm leaning in.
So you may want to calm down. That was good. Appreciate you for tapping in, Zoe. Sam actually said, we do not owe anyone in this world anything. She said, not to sound selfish. We give. And for me, giving truly comes from the heart. It's important to take care of our own physical, emotional, and mental well-being first. Otherwise, we have nothing to give to the people we have mutual love, support, and respect towards. She said, we live, learn, and form relationships with people, including our parents, and move according to the boundaries we decide to set. No one is entitled to your time, mental space, money, whatever. If my heart says give to people who align with that and treat me according to my boundaries, I give because I want to and expect nothing back. If you surround yourself with people who truly love and care for you too, the universe will bring it back to you. So basically what she's saying is, if I got it, you can get it. But if I don't, you on your own.
And even if I don't have it, I can give it if I want to, but I'm not obligated to give it.
But you're not obligated to give it. So I thought that was a valid point, because she even touched on it's not necessarily just about financial stuff, but it's emotional stuff too, like emotional support, mental support, even just your time, because sometimes parents can require a lot of time as well. So she went to say,
I think one of the biggest things that she said was boundaries.
Yeah, and that was kind of her biggest thing.
Bro, I just started reading this book this week called Find Boundaries.
Of course, JJ reading another book.
Well, I'm actually listening to it.
Oh, okay.
That's how
Okay, still a book.
Yeah. But it talks so much about boundaries and how a lot of things that show up for us that we have issues with is a boundary issue. And
Of course.
I think boundaries is like the root of most of the challenges that we face.
Right. So one of the things that I kind of went back and forth with her about a little bit was, well, what do you do when you ain't necessarily ever set that boundary up? Like, how do you go about setting that boundary? And honestly, she was like, you just got to tell people. She said it's going to be hard, but you got to just tell people what you need and call a spade a spade.
Yeah, big facts.
And because you're not obligated, I mean, to necessarily care about their opinion. It just it is what it is. I'm setting up the boundaries. You gonna go with it or you gonna get lost.
I agree, bro. And let me shout out to our boy Presidential Pat, the most quoted.
Of course, it's between him and Zoe at this point.
So his answer was short and sweet. All we owe them is respect, love, and understanding. Which I feel like I did that last episode.
Nah, cool.
I was understanding. I'm letting you know where I'm at, and I understand where you're at.
And I ain't got nothing but love.
I got nothing but love for you.
I got nothing but love for you, shorty. But you ain't getting no money.
If I got it, you got it. But if I don't got it, you can't have it either.
On the other side, we also did have being biracial. She wrote that I owe them whatever they need.
Ooh.
I don't have boundaries or whatever society wants to call it when it comes to my parents. I didn't ask to be here, but God chose me to be here through my parents, and my mom sacrificed to raise me. I will say when both my parents left this earth, I did my part in honoring them and taking care of them whenever they couldn't. If that was physically, mentally, financially, and I believe that God will honor me in doing so.
She be reading the Bible for real. Honor your mother and your father. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't be honoring. No, that's good, man. I think that was good. And we also had a sound off from Evan in the beginning. I ain't like what she said, because she kind of was giving me a hard time about a statement that I had made. But check this out.
Ew, not Dante coming from New York. We breed the best of the best. Stay out of the jungle if you can't handle it. But hey, Soundboard Podcast, this is Evan. I wanted to submit my sound off. I did initially write it, and I was encouraged to send a voice note. So if I sound like I'm reading, I am. But I wanted to respond to your question, do we think we owe our parents? So I do not think we owe our parents a thing. But I do feel like I need to help out, or I should if necessary, especially being second generation. I do believe that my parents made a decision in having us, and there should be zero expectations from their children, especially financially. They are adults and should practice what they have been preaching to us for years. To be completely honest, my parents do pretty well for themselves, and they would never ask for a thing. But they literally broke their backs and some laws to give us a better life by leaving an unsafe country. Through all that, they have triumphed, and you would never know what they have been through by their level of success. So we have also been afforded more opportunities and resources that our parents never had. That said, out of respect, I would feel like I should help however I can. But again, they would never ask, and I do not owe them anything more but love and respect.
She was trying to be funny. She didn't have to add that little part at the beginning.
Hey, if you can't
Tell me
handle
you
it.
can't handle it, stay out the junk. And I will. And I will. But I think that I think that was a valid point. Like, we got to give them respect, but honestly, we don't have to give our parents money. So I want to ask you guys, man, do you stand 10 toes down on what you said last week, or is there something that you want to provide clarity on that you said last week?
Don't look at me.
Coop said I said what I said.
Hey, so I'll tell you, I'm 10 tones down on mine.
You still?
My single mom helped me out, bruh. I would not be here without that woman.
Right.
And although I can't necessarily get her the world, I'm gonna help out wherever I can. I think it only becomes kind of sticky when you have your significant other and they feel differently about helping parents than you do. Right. Now, I think that's when the household can go into a frenzy, because you want to talk about somebody being upset because all y'all money is going to your parents, or to their parents, and you don't necessarily agree with it. Luckily, me and my baby share similar attitudes when it comes to helping the parentals. So I'm 10 toes down on mine. What y'all think?
I'm 10 toes down, bro. I feel like y'all trying to make me the villain. Y'all trying to make me the Joker.
I'll be that.
No, bro. I feel like what I said, bro. If you're able to help, that's great. But you should not put yourself in a bad situation to help somebody else, regardless of who it is.
Okay. All right. Send all your hate mail to the soundboard at Gmail.
I'm still 10 toes, bro. I feel like my parents did their due diligence. They helped me out. So I still would want to help them if they needed it out of respect, but I don't feel like I necessarily owe them anything.
Okay. Okay, I think that's good. KJB?
Oh, yeah, I definitely stand on mine. I mean, I'm trying to get my parents' house as we speak.
They're not even, they're still here.
So what is that, the prodigal son?
The prodigal son.
Give me my ring.
Give me my inheritance.
That boy asked for his inheritance and Pop's still alive.
Boy, living like Succession. Y'all watch Succession?
If Pop's still alive, boy, you a wild boy.
Wild boy.
But now, guys,
I do think that there is a lot of people that have unhealthy relationships with their parentals.
not JJ stirring the pot. Is that what the question? Do you think that that's what the question kind of brought out? Because people were kind of like dead set on their comments and their opinions when it comes to this. This was probably one of the strongest question of the weeks in terms of response that we've had in a long time. So, JJ, that's what it showed you?
For some, not everybody. But I do think that there's some people who get super passionate about one way or the other.
Right.
I personally think that the people who get really passionate about helping out their parents, sometimes they come from a place of resentment, where it's like they see other people not doing that and they're resenting the fact that they are doing so much to help their parents that they're not living the life that they really want to live. And they're blaming it on other people.
Talk about it.
I mean, that could definitely be a thing.
Oh, I'm definitely hating.
No.
Definitely. I mean, I helped my mom.
Talking about you.
No, okay, I feel targeted. No, I'm saying I definitely can see why somebody would feel like that. I think you also see it in siblings. I think you can see it in siblings.
Yeah,
I think
too.
in terms of me, me and my sister, I think I help my mom out a lot. And my sister is more like, hey sis, you grown. Like, she kind of goes about it that way, and even then I saw myself kind of having some type of resentment towards my sister, because I'm like, dang bro, our mom done did a lot for us, for you just to kind of be out here just living your best life like it's nothing. And we've since figured that out, I guess.
It's also different when you're the firstborn. So
Yeah,
shout out to my brother. I'm the second born. So I'm a little more carefree.
Yeah, I think the older siblings gotta always kind of bear that burden, but it is what it is, guys. We thank y'all for tapping in and sending us those. Remember, if you have anything to say about any of the topics we discuss on the podcast, we welcome you to submit those to us on IG, and we will play it as a sound off.
Yeah, man. And then also, unfortunately, this week, we did lose PNB Rock. Was it last week?
It was this week.
Yeah,
It was this week, man. And so basically, if you don't know, he was robbed at Roscoe Chicken and Waffles in LA. They said he was robbed because, he was known to walk around with a bunch of jewelry and like luxurious things, and he drove a very expensive car. And they said that he ended up going to a Roscoe's that was not in the best area in general, right?
With no security.
With no security, right? So it got me to thinking, like, does situations like that, we see that all the time, especially in the hip hop community. Mm-hmm. Do situations like that make you rethink the type of items that you purchase or the type of items that you wear, as far as like luxury goods or buying nice things for yourself?
Yep. Sure does. I'm gonna tell you right now. I was just in the jewelry store. And okay, just shopping, just taking a look, seeing what's out there, what I could potentially purchase for my wife.
Right.
And
fiance, right?
The
now.
ring wasn't enough?
You gotta buy more jewelry?
Man, y'all missing the point of the story.
Setting the standard.
Oh my
Y'all
God.
missing the point of the story.
Sick of him.
Y'all missing the point
Okay, finish
of
your
the
little story.
But even in doing that and going through that process, the thought crossed my mind, like, if I get jewelry, does this raise the risk of her potentially,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, of now, like, her getting robbed or something happen, right? Because now she got, whether it's something flashy or not, like, does that increase the likelihood that somebody's going to try to steal it or try to rob it? So that does cross my mind. Depending on what it is, maybe it depends on how, whether or not I go forward with it. But
Yeah, bro, I think that's something to really think about. Me and Olivia actually was going to this Walmart around the street from her. And if y'all live,
you got to start shopping at Target.
we went to Walmart.
Don't go to that Walmart.
We went to the one around here. I ain't gonna say what street it was on before us. And bro, that Walmart so bad they don't even got self checkout.
Oh, no,
now
yeah.
y'all know most Walmarts now have transitioned to way more self checkouts than actual people
than actual
cashiers.
Not there.
Bro, not there. Zero self checkouts.
And they got that gate when you walk in.
Yes, bro, and they have like a gate that you walk in that you can't get out. Like you have to.
Of course, Scoop knows the game.
You gotta go in one side.
How you
and
think that
come
gate
out.
got there?
You gotta go in one side and come out the other side. But when me and Olivia had first got engaged, we just happened to go in that store together, and Olivia was like, "Let me turn my ring inside out because it is a pretty nice size ring, and I mean you can see it, and it ain't the best neighborhood,
right?
And so I definitely think you kind of have to think about those type of things when you are thinking about if you're trying to live flashy. Now, granted, we're not rappers or anything like that, but it does make me think about it. And this may be the Oak Cliff in me, but I don't trust nobody. So for a lot of my perspective is like, I don't know if I want to get something because I'm scared of me pulling up to one of my cousins' house who all live, in South Dallas,
right?
And me being nervous about like being robbed. Like y'all know, I talk about wanting a Tesla a lot. I really want a Tesla,
right?
But I also would be nervous to drive a Tesla to my granny house in Oak Cliff.
Right.
Like I would be nervous to pull up to my granny house and that. And so I think sometimes that stuff can kind of put a target on your back depending on where you are.
What about you, Justin?
You don't think? I mean, to me, I think with certain levels of luxury, it also comes with a change of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So with a lot of these scenarios, whenever you have expensive things on you, you have to move different.
Right.
And I think that's part of the complex of this scenario. Essentially, when you move to this different type of lifestyle with these type of luxury goods, you have to be able to afford the cost that it takes to move differently.
Right.
So you talk about even with PNB Rock type thing, like when you purchase these things on your neck, you need to have security.
Right.
You can't move without it. And that's the thing I think that we glamorize as far as the lifestyle, as far as like, all right, I got the item.
Right.
I got the car.
Right.
But it's like these other communities, all that type of stuff, you don't have the real money to get that until you can afford everything that comes with it.
Right.
The insurance. So like, all right, no, I'm not worried about getting robbed type thing per se. As long as you're not taking my life,
Right.
it's covered by insurance type thing.
Right.
Or I have the security. Or I'm not going to a Walmart anymore. I'm getting
Facts though.
I'm getting my stuff delivered. I don't have to run into these problems. So I
Right.
think about that, like, because I haven't necessarily run into any type of scare. Granted, I don't have anything high profile, but I've been in high profile areas. And it's like you move differently when you have the level of comfortability that, to Coop's point, like when you're in a gated community, you can leave things, you can have nice things because you've already paid for the protection of these items.
Oh my God, this is why people get money and leave the hood.
Yes.
There you go. You can't
And they
get
never
money
come
and stay
back.
the same type thing.
And they never come back.
Bruh. And just the whole thought process about being flashy is like, because people are like, people shouldn't be envious. But when you doing things like that, it's almost too stunt on people. So what does that promote?
Yeah.
That promotes envy. Why would you go to a place where people have the least and you have the most on at the moment? Like, I think you're setting yourself up for something bad. But for me, that's why I don't know how to say this. I'm the
You already most
I'm the
hated.
villain. I'm the villain.
You know what? We're gonna get shirts with Coop's face on it that says "Most Hated." The Soundboard Podcast.
I'm really like Batman. So they think I'm the villain, but I'm really the hero.
You're an anti. What
I'm
is
the
that?
Dark Knight.
Anti-hero. You're
Yeah.
an anti-hero.
But for me, bro, I love luxury items, nice things. I don't have a lot of them, but I know I buy a particular set of things and I stay away from a particular set of things based on who's attracted to those things.
Okay.
So
What are some of those things?
Right. Because I'm trying to figure out where you're going. with this.
for instance, people know what a Rolex is.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody know what a Rolex.
If I walk around with a Rolex on, everybody's like, oh, he has a Rolex on, right? But if I get an Omega Speedmaster, they might not necessarily know what I have on.
They don't know the value. Of
They
it.
They
don't
don't.
know the value
They don't know
of
the
it.
value. The value to them is not as high as it is. So I feel safer with those type of items.
So we can't get Pateks. Is that what it's called? Is it a Patek?
Yeah.
That's what all the rich people be having.
But listen, why do you know that?
From rap songs.
This is my point. This is my point.
This man Scooby-Doo done cracked the case.
When things get popularized in rap, like not rap, but in music in general. I don't want to.
say it.
I
You
don't
ain't
want
rap. Ain't no country
I already
musician
said
talking
it.
about Patek.
you already said that. I don't like the culture as a whole, and I'm put off by rap at this time in my life. After seeing like all these young people, as you get older, seeing somebody young die is sadder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's only 20, he's only
When
30.
you know it could have been prevented.
Yes, unnecessary. I'm put off by the whole culture already. That's why I need my gate.
10 toes down.
You acting like you 75.
But I used to love street culture and one basketball, like all these things mixed in. Like I love it, but at the same time, I see where it comes from.
It comes with a cost.
and I don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's a whole other thing. So basically, I try to buy nice things that are not popularized in the culture.
In the
Yeah,
culture.
yeah.
So they don't know what it is.
They don't know what it is.
Wow, bro.
Like I said, that comes with a certain level of wealth. There's so many luxury goods that we don't know about
Right.
because we're not in those conversations.
Right.
There's luxury, and also the point. A lot of the millionaires and billionaires don't even like
They don't
get
flaunt it.
into that. Yeah, they don't flaunt that. They have it because they have access to it, but you're not gonna see it.
And bruh, when they put the meme up where they'll be like, such and such.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of Steve Jobs, and they put it next to a
And they'll be
rapper
like,
with
it's a
jewelry
$10
on.
t-shirt.
Right.
That t-shirt's not $10, bro.
It's Gucci.
It's not
No, it's
Gucci,
not
bro.
Not Gucci.
It's another brand that you never heard of.
You're
But
right.
it ain't $10.
It's
But it ain't
not
$10,
$10.
right.
That might be a $500 plain t-shirt. They paying for tech. They paying for comfort. Like, they pay for different type of things. It's not a brand on the shirt.
Dang.
But it's
bro.
still an expensive shirt. And they not going to get robbed for that shirt. It don't say Balenciaga on the shirt.
Hey, I think that's valid though. So you're saying treat yourself to nice things, just not nice things that hood people know.
Don't put yourself. I don't think you work your whole life to buy something that's going to end your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's not the wave. That's not the move. I think we need to start thinking differently. And if y'all hate me for that, then
Well, that turned dark. That turned.
I'll take it. But also, bro, this week, I was having a conversation with Key. And she was talking to somebody, and basically they have a bunch of kids. And they were talking, and he was basically like, I haven't been as happy as I used to be since I had kids. Like in general, right?
That's the truth
Yeah.
that you don't want to say.
Right,
That kid
right.
fed up. He's saying it.
But it got me to thinking. I'm like, okay, what point in my life was I the happiest? You know what I mean? So I was on Facebook, I was scrolling.
Not the book of faces.
Not you going back to search when I was the happiest.
Because in my mind, I had an answer in my mind, but then I was like wanted to go back and look through the moments and see what brought back the most feeling. Like,
Right. The memories.
Yeah. And so then I decided, I was like, okay, 2015 to 2017, I was my pure happiest. Like, that's when I had the most fun. I don't know if I should say happiest or had the most fun.
Okay, I think that's a fair point.
I think it's a difference.
It's a difference. I had the most fun at that time. That made me think, when were y'all at y'all's happiest, or when would y'all say y'all had the most fun? However y'all need to put it.
hey, when Coop posed that question to us, I really started thinking, and I said, dang, bro, I think it was 2015 to 2017 too. Because we were 25 to 27 years old. My thought process was we weren't necessarily working entry-level jobs anymore, so we were making a nice amount of money. That was when I got my first like luxury apartment. So I was making more. I was living in like a nice little gated little community.
Not Dante wanted gates too.
But that was the first time where I had like a taste of I'm working hard, that I'm experiencing the fruits of my labor. Like I'm at peace at the place I come home to. I'm going out with my friends, enjoying, now there was a good side, there was a bad side, that I was always drunk during the same era. But it was just,
Wait, which was the bad side?
alcoholism.
What's the bad side?
the alcoholism. But it was a moment where I literally my happiness was top priority for me. And I think that's why that's kind of stuck out to me in that season, because I wasn't necessarily worried about anybody else.
It was all about
It was
you.
all about what I wanted.
You was living young, wild, and
I
free.
was living young, wild, and free in Houston, Texas.
You had the waves too?
I did have hair. Oh my God.
Disrespectful.
No, I did. No, I did. My hairline definitely was still in full effect.
You
by
had hair.
then.
I don't even remember you having waves though.
I mean, I had waves, but like little dips. I had little dips.
I remember Dante in the do-rag. I remember that Dante.
I did, bro. Oh my God. I'm looking at a picture now. I'm sad.
What about you, JJ?
Wow.
I think those are two different questions. I think the
Okay.
most fun and happiest is different.
Okay.
So for me, I think the most fun was not 25, 27, because your boy was in grad school.
Oh, you're being responsible.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it would have to be right before that for me. So it would have to be 20, right before 25. So it'd probably been right when I graduated from undergrad before I went to grad school.
And for context, you graduated
On
before
time.
all of us. Yes,
Wait,
You graduated in
12?
2012,
I
right?
graduated in 12.
I
So
was still in college.
that was it. That's context. That explains.
That was still the worst of times for me. Me and Justin was still broke.
yeah, but that's because it's essentially what y'all said. Like that was the time when I already graduated, so now I'm making more money than I've ever
That's
made.
true.
I don't have the responsibilities of school no more. I
Yeah.
don't have any other
You
responsibilities.
was living out here. I remember that, JJ.
Yeah, bro. I was out here just having young, wild, and free.
I like that, JJ.
So was that your happiest or was that your most fun?
Most fun. So most fun. This is probably cliche, but
You better not.
most fun for me, bro.
Better not.
He's
You
gonna
better
do
not.
it.
You
He's
better
gonna.
not.
He's
You
For
better
me,
going
not.
bro.
to. Just say it,
This is
JJ.
the thing about life, bro. You gotta learn to be happy in whatever season that you're
Just
in.
say it,
I didn't
JJ.
say you can't be happy. You're not happy. I'm saying you're most happiest.
Just say it.
Yeah, it would be where I am. It would be wherever I was. I was the most happy.
So like right now you're
It's a mindset. Happiness is a mindset. That's why I said fun and happy is different. I had the most fun during that era, but happy, like, it's just a matter of like approaching wherever season you're in now.
When was your happiness?
What?
Dante's pissed.
When was your happiness, JJ? Answer the question.
When was I the happiest? At whatever time period it was.
Oh my God.
Dante, JJ said every day I'm happier than the day before. So every day you see me is the happiest day
you
of
gotta
my
enjoy.
life.
You gotta enjoy every season.
Okay.
That was a safe answer. Okay.
It's not safe.
No, that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
No, that's how I feel. I respect you and thank you for your answer.
People, you just mad because you wasn't happy?
We moved on.
I see resentment.
said you mad 'cause
resentment,
you-
don't stay in one
You just
category.
mad 'cause I look better than you.
I look better than you.
That's college chill. Y'all don't know nothing about that. KJB.
It's interesting because I thought about it a little bit deeper as far as I think that 2015 era was very like pivotal, but the happiness wasn't as much like the fun per se. I think that's when I finally was able to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
So to be able to get out of survival mode.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a true pivot in my life to where like, all right, I'm not scraping by for everything. I can truly like enjoy things. So not to say that I wasn't happy before. Like I had to work for so much more in order to enjoy it. And this time, like, all right, the fruits of my labors are actually finally showing up.
Right.
So now everything I'm actually benefiting from. I feel like before that I was working out of a deficit.
Right.
So now it's like, all right, 2015, graduated, got the job, all the hours I put in to get to this point. Now I can sit back and like enjoy it. And it helps that the rest of my people were there as well.
Right.
So we're all talking about this, like we're all in the same circle.
Yeah.
So it was kind of awkward now because JJ brought it up. We enjoying 2015.
I'm struggling. Y'all could have cashed that. Cash that wasn't even a thing. I could have sent your boy some.
Boy, let me tell
He was in
you.
his apartment looking at us have fun on IG
Wondering where my next meal coming
in the
from.
snow.
Hey, I just found a picture from August 2nd, 2016.
Bro, you have to post it.
You see that?
That boy, look at the eyes.
You see that?
Look at the eyes. Show him.
Let me see.
Look, bro. My hair, I wasn't even filling in my
Boy, you
hairline
like
back
a different
then.
person.
yeah.
Bro, hey, let me just read y'all some of these comments.
He really living it. He went back.
Cut up, Don Bay.
Don Bay? Who said that?
Yeah,
We not.
I'm going to.
it's public.
Let me take this off. Let me archive this. That's Bay, looking eyes.
Bro.
Boy,
Digging
feeling
the
it.
He's
hole.
trying to, yeah. Libby,
Okay, beer gang.
At least Libby saying this.
You better block all these people.
Please.
I know, I'm definitely archiving.
But it
this.
does bring up a good topic as far as like you scrolling through social media, and you know social media is good for a good memory.
It is.
and highlight.
It is.
Do you feel like it's helpful or detrimental for you to go back to scroll back to those moments and be like, dang, all these comments, everybody was feeling me. How does that measure up to now?
Insert BetterHelp. Insert BetterHelp ad. That's not my life anymore. Yo, life is not like that no more. No, you know what? I think to a
See,
certain point.
y'all was getting on me.
I think to a certain point, it can be detrimental because
Definitely.
what'll end up happening is you will start to feel like your best days are behind you.
Right.
And I think that's the caution of just always going back and looking at that. I think you also we were in different we was in different seasons. The hairline, I'm looking at the hairline and now I'm bald. It's like, dang, bro. I used to have a legit hairline.
I had it all.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, and now I'm waking up looking at this bald man in the mirror.
Who is he?
So I definitely think it could be detrimental, and even just on a deeper issue, I was going out the most in that season of my life, but I don't necessarily know if
Yeah.
I was fulfilled during that time.
Oh.
And that's
You were chasing something.
That's where you lost school.
and that's where I lost school. I don't necessarily know if I was fulfilled. During that time. So during that time, I was extremely carefree, bro. But I don't necessarily my relationship with God wasn't the strongest during that time. I definitely wasn't going to church. Sundays were for brunching.
But that's when you were the happiest?
You were happier?
Shut up. God, don't listen
that's
to
a
these fools.
testimony.
God, don't listen to these fools. I would say that was where I thought I was the happiest. But I wasn't concerned about that. I think as you age, you start to think about more. I also think about, at that time, I only had to really care about myself.
Yeah.
So it can be I think it could be very difficult for people to keep looking back on this season, on that season when you were the most carefree. And if you're in a new season of marriage or parenthood, for you to look back and be like, dang, bro, like this season is quote unquote less fulfilling. I just think it's a different kind of fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have to find fulfillment in putting others before you.
And I think that's the same conclusion I came to, because it was like I had not a worry in the world,
Right.
basically. And like neither did my friends. So it's like,
Right.
I'm able to hang out with whoever I want to whenever. I don't have to make plans. People don't have to go through their Google Calendar to see if they're available.
You didn't just have
2
one
weeks.
day a week
Yeah,
to get out.
Yeah. But like you said, the joy, the happiness is different. It just looks different now.
It looks
You know what
different.
I mean? So it's like it's nothing back then that could replace, how Casey makes me happy when she makes me laugh or something, or when
Right.
she's smiling or something like that. But
Hey,
then
this boy a dad.
but then it does come with a lot more stressors now.
Right.
So that's probably the thing that's kind of weighs down on the moment as far as me thinking like fun or just like pure happiness.
Yeah, man. And so I honestly also was thinking about it. I messed up and brought this conversation up between when my wife, and I don't necessarily know if that went well. Because also during that time, we were not together.
So that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
You have God or Livy?
But you was happy.
I was out here, just out here in East Houston streets. And so when I brought it up to Liv, she like, well, that's kind of disheartening because I would think it's right now. And what I told her was, I said, I think that was just a different season of life. I actually want to have those, I don't want to look back at this season and just be like, oh, this season was cool. I want to look back at this season and let this season be the happiest season of my life.
Right.
And so it really made us sit down and start to talk about how we can make this season equally as enjoyable, whether that's taking trips together or like whether that's being more intentional about like our relationships and friendships and like seeing our friends more. But just because you're married or you have kids doesn't mean life stops. In fact, I would want my life to get better over time. Right. We have more money now, thankfully, and that also opens up opportunity for us to do even more. Even now, I'm closer to in proximity with you guys. Y'all weren't with me in Houston. I was with a whole different group of people. So it just really made me realize this week that I'm thankful for this season and I want to make this season the best.
I think
happiest of my life.
Happiness shifts. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think like we're talking about like happiness in that season. I
Right.
think happiness, we're equating happiness to fun, and like fun looks different now than it looked then.
Right,
So
right.
like even if you're talking about living back in the past and like with the time of your happiness or where you thought you were the happiness, whether that's pseudo happiness or not, if you lived that same lifestyle at this age, it wouldn't be the same.
Right.
Yeah, it's not.
Because
Couldn't even do it.
I've tried.
Your definition of fun is different.
Yes.
So then your definition of happiness changes. I think like that has a big thing to do with it.
And that's a good point, because even how I said, like when Key and Casey were gone, I was like, very empty. Your boy was very empty.
That boy was the lonely
I
man.
had the opportunity to do whatever I wanted. I had nothing that I wanted to do. But I actually talked to Key about it too, and she said the same thing, 2015, 2017. But for the same
But y'all were
reasons.
together.
We were together.
Y'all together. So y'all were just
Yeah, I mean, to that point, how would you feel if she would have said her favorite memory was before y'all were together?
yeah, you weren't prepared for that, huh?
I don't know, bro.
So that's kind of my nature of question when it comes down to this nature of social media, because social media is what brings all this up.
Right.
Facebook is good for a memory from 12 years ago type thing.
Right.
And we were completely different people 12 years ago.
Right.
So do you feel like it's a necessity? Because I know some people do who clean their social media up, so it's out of sight, out of mind. So even when we brought up social media, Dante, you brought up a lot of comments that weren't Livy.
Or were they? Allegedly.
No, actually, Olivia and I were not talking back then.
Yeah. Do you feel like you need to essentially get rid of that?
Oh, no, I'm going to archive it. It's after we have this conversation.
By get rid of, do you mean archive or delete?
You mean like delete
Either
it?
or. I'm open to that level of conversation because I know people clean up their social media.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
that level of nature because
Because
it's
a different season. I don't want
Yeah.
to be reminded of the past.
So comments are just that's fine. But as far as like pictures of exes, which once you get married, engaged, you don't have exes anymore. They don't exist anymore. So, but you need to get rid of those people that used to be exes off your page, I would think.
Oh, you mean like go and delete them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Clean up
okay.
your social media. That's what you're talking about, right, Justin?
I'm prosing the question.
I think you should clean up certain things off your social media, depending on the type of lifestyle you're living. Anything that can be offensive to your partner
Okay.
or is not suitable for the lifestyle that you want to live or that you're moving towards.
And so that's based off of your partner.
No, I'm talking about in general. But yeah. Like how it might make them feel.
Yeah,
That's
how
your
it makes
question.
them feel.
Yeah, would you do it on your own accord?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I would
y'all-
too. I
y'all don't?
cleaned up my social media for sure.
Y'all don't?
So for me, I'm gonna be honest. I have not cleaned up my Facebook. I don't ever be on Facebook.
Oh no, I haven't cleaned up my Facebook either.
So I cleaned up
Dirty.
I cleaned up my the social medias that I be on.
I haven't cleaned up anything.
That boy dirty.
Okay, I think that was a valid point. I do think that you should get rid of it if you are finding yourself compulsively living in the past.
Yeah.
I think
it
you should
uncovers-
I think you should then delete it. I think you should
Like
then
if you're
delete it.
going back and looking at it.
Like if you just going back, just if you just spending your time going back, like, dang, bro, I remember that was fun times, and like I remember it was crazy back then. We had a time last night. Like if you're doing that compulsively, I do think you should delete those memories because it's going to have you stuck in the past instead of looking towards the future.
Yeah, I don't ever even go back and look at them old memories.
I didn't think about it until Coop said, and that's what made me go back and
But
try
Justin-
to identify it.
Yeah.
You don't clean up yours.
I don't.
What's your
Rationale.
It happens. So photos, especially with the nature of social media, like I think we built social media up to be way bigger than it really is. Like it's photos. I'm thinking specifically like Instagram and
Right.
like Facebook. Photos. We lived life before photos. Our parents lived life before photos type things. Now we've gotten to the point where these photos tell a story that we don't get to always tell ourselves.
Right.
But I think that's a narrative for people outside of like people we have real connections with. So for my story, I always looked at social media as far as like art, essentially. Like this is my art gallery. This is what happened in my life, the way that I pictured it, and that's the way that I showcase it.
Right.
In the art gallery, you can say whatever you want about the art. It's not necessarily getting back to the artist. You can say whatever you want. That's fine. This is how I posted my life.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to like my history, like these are things that happened in real time that I felt strongly about.
Okay.
And I'm pretty good with words. I say how I feel about things. I don't think me going back and like removing it changes anything.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like to what point? Who am I doing this to appease at this point? I do agree there's a conversation with your significant other,
Okay.
but you have to be able to, I can articulate mine. So I can stand 10 toes in and like, yes, these are the people who affected my life to the point that I decided to put them on the internet. I did that knowing the internet is permanent. Me trying to delete it doesn't change
It
that
doesn't
to
take
me.
it away.
Yeah.
It doesn't take it away, but I could see the other side of it. I could see that like the significant other being like, if you're holding strong to this person or these individual photos,
About to go through these
how
photos?
does that impact me or how does that make me feel? Prime example. Your boy Dante over here been going through these photos.
I wasn't going through mine.
Dante messy, yo.
Messy.
Oh,
That was me.
Justin true to his word.
Whoa.
True to his word.
Justin is a man of
He
his
different.
word.
Justin different.
He is
It's
different.
all there.
He is different.
To me, I also have nothing to hide.
Yeah, you don't.
So if you put it on the internet, because I think that's where people get caught up on stuff. Like ultimately, when you try to change like your history, you're trying to change
Right.
how story is told. Now you're trying to hide something, or you're trying to like control it. Once you put out the internet, you can't control that narrative anymore.
I mean, you stay 10 toes down on that, King.
Yeah, he did.
I feel that.
He's living authentically.
Right.
Not me.
Fake. So we're talking about social media, bro, and you know, it's become a big part of our lives today. Like, it's almost like everything is on social media, everything is about social media, everything happens on social media. So I was watching this interview. It was this R&B singer named Tink, and she is dating her producer, Hitmaker. And so Angela Yee, because y'all know Angela Yee low-key messy. She was talking about like following your bae on social media. And so she poses the question like, how do you feel about things that your significant other posts? Hitmaker, the guy in the relationship, is like, oh, I don't be tripping about it. It is what it is. And then she says, Tink, how do you feel? And Tink is like, oh, I actually blocked him on social media.
Because she felt some type of way?
Because she felt some type of way about the thing that he was posting. To his response, he like, wait, you blocked me? Like, he's shocked that his girl, his woman, that blocked him on social media. And it just made me think about this, how we've put social media on like this pedestal where it's almost like you have to like perform. So let me give you an example. If Olivia posts a picture on social media, I feel like I have to always go and drop some hard eyes on
Bruh.
like, and
Just
not
to
even
support?
Yeah, just to support. And also because I feel like that's what other people are also going to be looking for. Do y'all know? And y'all don't have to say it. I know people who legit, if somebody posts something, they legit looking to see if they significant other gonna post heart eyes or something under the picture. So even though I'm not on social media like that, I got the notifications for my bae on that if Olivia posts, I'm finna be under heart eyes up. Because I understand that although it may not mean much to me, I know for Olivia, she probably wants that interaction on social media.
So Key posts a lot of stuff on. I don't be on social media like that.
Right.
People send me stuff and I watch it more than anything. I'll be on Twitter more than anything.
Yeah.
But she'll post like a picture on our anniversary with a love letter or something like that, and she getting a double tap.
You're not commenting like, babe, I love it. I love us.
And she gets upset about that, and I probably should because she cares so much. But I never feel the need to respond on social media.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're probably different. So like
JJ comments. I'll be seeing his comments.
I love you, girl. Well, the first time I saw you.
So if I see
I'm
the
gonna
post,
get your car oil changed today.
if I see the post, I will comment or I'll double tap. But I don't see all the posts, and so there's often times where
You'll miss something.
I'll miss it, or she'll have to send it to me, or send it to me.
No,
like,
send it to you. Comment under this, babe.
It's not the comment. It's just to let me know like what, like if it's something like that I missed that she wanted me to see.
Right.
She don't care if I comment or don't comment on the picture.
Yeah.
Your lady though?
No, because we're
different.
together in real life. So it's the same thing for me.
She different.
It's the same thing for me. If I post something, I don't care if she comment or not. If she sees it and she comments, cool. If she don't even comment and she sees it and double taps it, it's fine. Like we see each other. We do real life together.
That's what's up.
I appreciate that, JJ.
That sound good for y'all.
Leading up to the big bad wolf over here.
Blow the house down, Justin. Blow the house down.
Me and Kim don't even follow each other.
Boy, you wild.
Different.
Boy, you wild.
I do not see the reason why.
That's your wife.
I'm to JJ's point, in real life, she is my wife. Not for the internet for y'all to like. In real life.
So you don't follow your wife on social
Well,
media.
what is she going to send me on the internet that she can't tell me in real life?
Does she follow you?
No, we don't follow each other. For what?
And do you know if that's a problem for her?
We talked about it.
Okay, how does she feel about it?
She doesn't use social media as much. So
Okay.
I think that's part of the problem.
So I think that's also a thing. Y'all's activity with social media isn't as much.
So I'm heavier on social media. Just to the nature of I enjoy it and I understand what it's for. The fact that it's a tool
Right.
at the end of the day. So that's why my easy comparison, like we in real life have great conversations. I'm taking the pictures majority of the time.
Right.
So I don't need to comment on the picture.
I already seen that. Yeah.
I'm right
You gotta
there.
come in. Yes, babe. That's my babe.
But I mean, I don't see necessarily the pro of like being super engaged with your significant other on social media.
That's actually true because some of y'all be engaged on social media and y'all be fighting each other in real life.
Facts.
So basically, it's just a perception thing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to stomp on anybody's toes. I think like this is me to provide an opinion for this side of the argument. Like
Right.
social media isn't as real as we really make it seem,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and especially when you know the narrative that everyone's just posting their highlights. Like I can understand if people are posting the arguments and like
We
the
just
down
had a fight.
yeah, like that type of stuff. All right, me,
I'm gonna start posting that stuff.
we have a lot of that content.
Right.
I can share that, but that's to that point. Like as far as like going back and forth, yeah, going back and forth. You want to post a happy picture? I want to post an upset picture. Now it's a different narrative.
Look at her over there, mad.
Not just supposed to picture of her pout. Look at her mad. She mad. Everybody mad at her.
And now due to social media rules, she gotta like it and she gotta comment.
Right. That's funny. Yo.
So I think you know it's different strokes for different folks. I think it really comes down to one, your significant other's activity on social media, and two, what is their expectation. And so I think, you know, when Olivia posts something, I think my baby wants to see my activity, so I'm gonna make sure I comment. That's why them notifications is on. Different strokes for different folks.
I move different.
And on that note,
I think it's time
for
just JJ. The sound bite of the week.
boy, you had
I'm trying
one
to get
job,
everybody.
bro.
Next week we'll get it together.
Dante got it this week.
Yeah, I'm hitting it with I think it's time for
The
Soundbite of the week.
boy. Let me just read it. Let me just read it because y'all don't
Y'all
get
there
it.
playing popcorn.
All right, guys, because we've been talking about the past this whole episode, let me encourage you.
Get ready.
Let
come to the mic, Bishop.
Let me encourage you. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Ooh.
There we go.
Let me say that again.
Say it again.
Yeah. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. And it kind of just goes back to what we talk about. Like,
So
don't
you
get
can go
caught
back
up.
there and review.
Just don't stay there.
Don't stay there. It's not a place to rest. Because a lot of y'all want to rest in the past.
You can't live life in the rearview mirror.
Spaceships don't come equipped with rearview mirrors. They get still.
Hey, man. That is good. Don't stay there. It is a reference, not a residence. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, guys. Some things have been said this episode that you may or may not agree with. Please let us know if you do. You can find us at the Soundboard Podcast on social media, man. That's our IG. And we would love for you to let us know how you feel about any of the topics discussed today. Do you agree? Do you disagree? The whole point of the Soundboard Podcast is to explore different opinions about the things that matter to all of us, because who knows? It may change your opinion about something. Olivia, I'm unfollowing you on social media.
Don't do it. Reconsider.
If it's good enough for Justin, it's good enough for me. But guys, you also, on top of that, we want to be in your future. So please leave us a rating and review on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, man. It'll help other people find the podcast. Also, if this information was entertaining, if it made you think about something in a different way, we ask that you share this with a family member or a friend. It's your boy Dante. You can find me at Dante Speaks Life. That's DONTAE Speaks Life.
You can follow your boy JJ at _Jeremy J.
You can follow Coop at @thisiscoop_.
All things Big KJB at Just a Fiasco.
We out.
Peace.